The car is showing 8 degrees. I haven't turned the car off yet. Showing 8 degrees. What's that there? There has been a French warship in sort of Lyme Bay for the last few hours, and then all of a sudden, just before we came out, it headed off south. So we missed that. Car is showing cold. 8 degrees it's showing. And it's blowing a flipping hoolie from the northwest. So this is going to be bitterly cold. I'm not looking forward to this. The wind chill is very low single figures. Barely above freezing. Y'all will be taking more notice of what I'm stood under. There's a big branch down there. Copping the wind a bit here this way. Yeah, it's freezing here. Wind direction is putting a significant bit of movement into the harbour. I saw Mr. Fish video on the town pontoon. The little boat's been thrown around badly. They should have been shifted off of there. Yeah, it looks a bit boisterous. I heard the pilot boat calling off a transfer for the Maersk out there. They postponed it until after 1 o'clock when it's supposed to be calming down a bit. So well, we can still see a bit of that. Wait, Bear. That was not on the AIS. The French one was, but not that one. Actually, there's something else out there as well. Where's Bear? Well, there's your Maersk, who's going to be anxious about what time their transfer is, because I think they're due. Where was it? Belgium, was it? Tomorrow? Today, tomorrow, whenever it was. They're going to be anxious about when they're getting the pilot. Over here, something else there. Again, that wasn't on the AIS. So it's these unreliable AIS traces we're getting again, isn't it? Or just missing. For security reasons, no doubt. Sky in the distance says it all. We are in danger of having showers as well as this flipping freezing cold wind here. And movement on the harbour. Going straight down the mouth of the harbour, that lot. That's going to be cold on a chair as well, isn't it? Yeah, the branch is down. Just wait, Bear. Should we put it back up just for fun? Branch is down. It's very well trod, this little route. Maybe I'll just open it back up again. Blooming stupid, this. Very stupid. Actually, I think when they snapped it, it was a bit more difficult to put it back. Because it wasn't quite long enough now. Well. Okay, I'll take it back. It is on the AIS. Look at that. That is not the big ship that's been showing. But yeah, it is on the AIS then. Hang on a second, mate. We're here, and I'm not keen to get back in the wind. We're out of the wind right here. See what the past track was. That was the fast track. I'm poking at this phone. I was still recording. Poking at this phone. You know, it makes me doubt my own sanity. It's like I'm being gaslighted. Okay, that one that we've just filmed is the one that we're seeing on the AIS right there now. The big ship, as I was talking, you know, the big French warship, that was clearly there, because I looked at the webcam and you could just see a faint trace of it on the horizon earlier on, and yet now no trace of it on the AIS here at all. And I did not imagine it. I flipping did not. So you know, it really has reached the point where this AIS is so suspect now that it's already worth looking at. Yeah, when I was talking just a minute ago, Merce Montana is the Mercs sat out there whose transfer was postponed until around about 1 o'clock or after. They didn't sound too happy about it. They just accepted what they were being told. They didn't sound overly happy. Okay. I'm not overly happy to be in this freezing cold wind here. It's alright just here. Let's just stay here, bear. Right, there we go. There we flipping go. It's up the dart. If that's in any way accurate. French warship. Showing as a tug. But that shape is absolutely the outline I could see on the horizon on one of the webcams earlier on. And it had been doing a round and round and round in Line Bay track. It looks, if this is accurate now, as though it's up the dart. I didn't imagine it would be. Going for the past track. There we go. There we go. Right. Right. That's exactly what I was seeing. And as I said, it was possible earlier on to see it on one of the webcams as a silhouette on the horizon. But clearly they've just gone up the dart. I was aware they were heading south before we left home, but they've gone up the dart. I didn't expect that. I imagine that little one that we've just filmed is going to be joining them, maybe. Yeah, I was going to not walk through, but maybe we shall. There's Summit there, isn't there? Tide is incoming. There's quite a bit of movement on the water here, isn't it? Blowing in side on. Flat as a pancake on Churston. Although I imagine the wind's swirling around over there a bit. So yeah, there's some quite some little waves coming in here. Tide is still rising for about an hour, or maybe a little more than an hour. Flipping timber on the beach, eh? And they're getting a test of their new bit of awning. It's almost blowing off there. Okay. dark thing, what's that? That's just a shadow. Too much wind here, I can't do it. Go on. Gonna have a quick look a little bit lower so we can look back in. Good boy, good dog. Must be harsh out there.